Welcome to the How to Go Online series. This is the second video in the series. Whether you're a massage therapist or body worker, or you're currently teaching something hands-on and you want to take it to online, this is the perfect place to be to learn exactly how to do that and become a master of creating your online program. I'm Alicia and I've been an online coach for the last 6 years. What I'm going to show you in this video is the transition and what it takes to be able to go from face-to-face, and whether you're hands-on face-to-face or face-to-face training, and transition to creating an online product, an online program, delivering that, and what it means for you as a teacher, as a trainer, and as a practitioner to be able to do that. The response to this series so far has been incredible. The comments, the responses we've been getting has been amazing. Now, if you missed the first video, you should go and check it out, because in there I talk about the 3 people you can create a course for. Whether you're creating something brand new, whether you're creating something for your current clients, whether you're creating something that's a little bit different for a whole new audience. It's a checker to be able to see if the course that you're thinking of creating is going to be profitable, worthwhile, and if people are actually going to buy it. So go and check that out. We'll make sure we link to it on this page as well. If you haven't seen it, go and check that out. Now, in this video, what I want to do is go deeper and show you exactly what it takes to go from face-to-face, whether you're face-to-face hands-on or face-to-face learning, and be able to transition that onto an online offering. I want to share with you what it takes as a clinician and as a practitioner, and also be able to share with you the journey so you know exactly what to expect along the way. We're going to be covering a lot of ground today, so I've created a PDF download for you to follow along so you can take notes as we go through this training together. So the reason you're watching this video is that you're thinking about creating an online program, or you're looking at how you can create an online business in order to be able to transition from face-to-face to take what it is that you know and share that with more people. And the truth is, there's never been a better time to create an online business solution than right now. Because of COVID, because of lockdowns, often we don't know if we can keep treating. The beauty of being online is that you don't get shut down and your time is no longer capped. You actually have the opportunity to scale, because it doesn't, once you've created the content, you've created the course, you can sell it as many times over as you choose, and you've already created, you've put the time and effort, energy in so that it's done, and you can literally make money off the back of that for as long as you choose. So let's get started. So as a bodywork practitioner, I was working in Ocean Grove. I had a clinic where we were seeing over 100 clients a week. We had 9 staff. We had an 85% rebooking rate across my team. And while it was an amazing growth, there was amazing opportunities, what I really wanted was to be able to create a greater impact. So I had this idea that I thought, what if everything that I've learned as running a business, I could put into an online program? I wonder if other practitioners might be interested to learn what I had actually learned, what I had put into practice over the last 16 years. And maybe I could teach what I'd learned so that they could maybe have a little bit less pain, a little bit less frustration to what I had experienced as a practitioner. The next thing that happened once I made that I had that idea was doubt crept in. Like, who do I think I am? I've just run this clinic down here. What if people won't buy it? I'm not sure about it. And I had all these doubts. And so what I did was I went and asked other people. I didn't ask practitioners. I asked other people around me, family members and friends. I said, what do you think? I've got this idea. Do you think someone would buy it? What do you think they'd pay for it? And they gave me their opinion. I wasn't tapping into the pain point of what my niche needed. So that was mistake number 1. Then I decided, okay, fine, I'm going to create it. This is going to be a good idea. Yep, you know what? James and I had a conversation. Great. So then I had to start to research. I needed, I had to look in Google. I did a course and it was great, but it was very generic. And I thought, how am I actually going to bring this together? What's the format that people need to be able to learn really effectively? What platforms am I going to use? How do I record video? How do I screen record? And it's like I really needed to kind of piece together all these things just to kind of get this idea out there and create legs and get a plan together so that I could make this online course and be able to help practitioners create the best life that they wanted to and get fully booked without getting burnt out.
Step 2. Okay, I've decided the idea I've got is great. Now I'm going to build this course. Right, what do I need to put into it? What kind of questions do therapists have? What kind of answers do you need when you're first starting out? If you're struggling with, your business, what are the elements that you think you need help with? What are the elements you actually need help with? And I really had to do a lot of thinking and diving into what are the kind of questions that my niche is going to have for me to be able to solve this particular outcome. And so, we thought about it, we looked into it, we researched it, and I thought about my own journey of what I'd experienced over, 16 years running the clinic. What were some of my pain points right at the start? We started to put together some ideas. James helped me, reflect back on where I'd been and what I was doing. And so we were, collaborating on the brainstorming part of what we were doing. And it was like, okay, well, I need to get some modules in place that are going to be able to help me communicate the message that I think is really important for these people. And then I'm going to need to figure out, how am I going to get that information across to them? So we did. We workshopped and brainstormed, okay, well, what do we need? And Post-it notes are one of the best tools for planning because you can't put a lot on a Post-it note. It's so easy if you get a notebook, you'll have brain dump of 15 pages of ideas and you won't know where to start. So I'm like, I got the Post-it notes out. I said to James, right, this is what I think needs to be in week 1. What do you think might need to be in week 2? And how could we then, collaborate with that? And, quick coffee because, all courses need coffee or cups of tea. And all of a sudden we started to get a plan together to go, okay, great. Now we know exactly these are the sorts of things that practitioners need to learn. Then it's about getting the course coming together. So, filming videos, going on recording and then talking about what's important and sharing that passionately, articulating it really well, making it clear and communicating concisely the message that I wanted. And all of a sudden, it started to come together. I had some screen shares, I had some face-to-face camera things, and this course started to come together. But the thing is, I didn't start with fancy equipment. I didn't have a whole heap of technical stuff. In fact, I had this dodgy old laptop sitting on a kid's wooden chair with a USB mic, and that's how I started. And I got my course created. Woohoo! Great. So now I've got this course and I've got to figure out how do I market it? How do I get people to it? No one even knows who I am. It's a completely cold audience. I've been working in one area of the globe for 16 years. Now I'm going to take this online. So I had to learn how to market, what platforms to use, how to create funnels and hooks and create authority in the space all of a sudden because it was something that was entirely different. The next thing I had to nail was sales. How could I get on the phone and sell to people who didn't know me and build rapport and be able to sell them a program that was going to really help them? Once I nailed sales, then it was about delivery. How do I deliver this course that I created and be able to scale the impact we were making? How could I connect with them, help them make sure that they were understanding the content, create a community so that they could get the outcomes that, I had said in my sales call that my course was going to deliver. This becomes what we call the success triad: sales, marketing, delivery. And then we repeat: sales, marketing, delivery, and repeat: sales, marketing, delivery. What these 3 steps have allowed us to do is be able to work with thousands of therapists throughout the world. We've been able to do online programs, face-to-face training. We've run online retreats throughout the country. We've written a book called Fully Booked Without Burnout, an Amazon bestseller. We've been able to create a podcast and impacted hundreds of lives there, as well as help so many therapists be able to build their face-to-face businesses as well as online and really connect them into the heartbeat of what it is they want to do. The most incredible thing about having an online program is the impact that it makes because of the power of scale. Once it's created, you can continue to make that impact time and time again. And there's no interruption of external circumstances. Now, to be fair, I am talking about creating an online program here as a business coaching offering, but that's not what the majority of our clients make their programs about. They make them about the experiences they've had in their lives. And that's what makes this so incredibly powerful. Whether you're creating something for your current database, whether you're looking at making something brand new, or like I did, create something brand new from a brand new audience, these are the 3 steps you need: the idea, the creation, and then the sales, marketing, and delivery that happens on a consistent basis.
Okay, so we covered a huge amount of ground in this video. It's okay, take a deep breath. You don't have to know it all now, and you don't need to know how. This video is about how to go online, how to transition from being face-to-face and go online and do it simply just through the simple steps that we went through today. So a lot of people have been asking me about, well, what kind of fancy equipment do I need in order to be able to go online? And the truth is that you don't need any fancy equipment. Most of us have a mobile phone, which is usually often plenty enough just to get started. You don't need fancy lights, you don't need fancy cameras, especially to start out. You can simply just pick up your phone and start to record things and make it as simple as possible. The other thing that people have been asking me is, well, what kind of programs and software do I need in order to be able to create the course? And the simple thing is, right at the start, you can actually create a course really simply through Facebook. You don't even need to host it anywhere. Just by having a Facebook group with some guides to guide you through, you can actually deliver a simple, effective course and get your message across in order to be able to really impact people and become a master of going online. It doesn't have to be super expensive. It doesn't have to be super complicated. Actually, you can do this incredibly simply, especially when you're first starting out. So I want to tell you about the next in the series. You're going to love this one. It's actually one of my favorites. We're going to be delivering a webinar that's going to walk you through all the different steps of how to go online, what you need to have in place. I'm going to literally outline everything that's going to be required in order for you to go from face to face, in order to be able to be online, the steps you need to take. I'm going to walk you through the whole thing. So I'm really excited to deliver that. So watch out for that in your inbox. Now, I want to hear from you. What action are you going to take in order to actually get started on creating your course? Let me know in the comments section below. Now, if you found value from this video, please feel free to share it. Share it with, a couple of friends. If you know that there's other people that you know that want to be able to go online, make sure you share it with them. It's always easier to get started on a journey when other people are with you as well and are walking the same path. So right now, please scroll down, leave a comment, leave a like. Everyone loves a like, but I'd love it if you shared with us exactly what action you're going to take from watching this video. What stood out to you? What have you learned? And what are you actually going to implement as a result of that? And I look forward to seeing you on the webinar, so make sure you keep an eye out for that as well.